and welcome to Autocar Professional. I am delighted to be sitting with Ms. Suman Mishra, who's the MD and CEO at Mahindra Last Mile Mobility, and what a momentous occasion to talk to her. She's just achieved a 2 lakh milestone. Let's start with that. What were the points, what were the nitty-gritties that helped you reach here, and where do you see that, going forward, expansion plans? If you could just start with that.
Yes, I think we are thrilled that we have reached the 2 lakh milestone of electric vehicles on the road. I'm delighted to say that the last 1 lakh of them has happened over the last 17 months only.
Amazing.
And the remaining 1 lakh from the inception of the companies. So, what has really helped us get here is by bringing in the right set of products for the customer, which gives the customer the perfect value proposition from a total cost of ownership perspective. And to support that vision, the investments that we have made in product, in capacity, in channel expansion, all of this have come to bear as we have built towards this milestone.
Yeah, so it's a culmination of all the efforts of the last 3 years that you've put in. Help me understand, I'm sure it's $1 million question from your investors as well, from your customers. When is the next 2 lakh expected? What is your vision for the company going forward?
Faster than it took us to get to this 2 lakhs, but we can all hope, but at least 2.5 years, let's say. Right. We should be able to get the next 2 lakhs in.
Sure. So can you help us understand the electric vehicle mobility space? Three-wheeler segment commercial vehicles have done really well and the growth rate has been phenomenal, outpacing a lot of other segments. What were the factors that sort of help you achieve that? How were the economics making sense for your customer? And it's amazing that the three-wheeler customer was sort of the first mover in terms of adoption. So how did that happen? How does it make sense for the customer?
Yes, I think the fundamental core of this is to give a better value proposition or economics to the customer segment. So, from a total cost of ownership perspective, this customer gains significantly when they buy an electric vehicle. While the upfront cost is a little bit higher, on a daily basis they have significant savings, So, customers have told me they have saved anything between 30,000, 20,000 per month.
Wow.
Which has allowed them to put kids to school, build houses, all kinds of impact that has happened because of their movement to electric vehicles. And the key factors which have driven this is, first, I think we have to acknowledge the role of the government, which has really been at the forefront of creating the EV revolution in India by providing first the demand side incentives and then later on the supply side incentives through PLI. Then comes all of us, all the OEMs who are at play, who are bringing in better and better products at more and more attractive prices. So we have done our bit to sort of expand the space, build in the products, give better value proposition, build in the education awareness, and then supporting with it the financiers, which have increased sizably. I think there is still a lot of room there, but it has increased sizably from where it was 2-3 years ago to now. I guess the last would be charging, because in this category you can charge at home mostly. You really don't need high speed charging in the public areas. So a normal park and charge facility is available, which is a problem which was actually solved for the e-rickshaws already. So that has helped, ease of charging has certainly helped this category grow.
So lower adoption barriers as compared to other segments, we could say that. And also this customer appreciates total cost of ownership a lot more than other segments. So, but there's still this thing about financing being a roadblock. What are the solutions that you could offer in that regard? How can the industry as a whole move forward to solve that big roadblock?
While financing is certainly much more available than it was 3 years ago, the rates of interest are very high. The customer is paying upwards of 22-23% IRR.
That's a
10
lot.
years, yes, for this category of customer, 10 years are not the best, and only largely NBFCs are in play. There have been a lot of green financiers, which has been one step forward by the ecosystem at large to provide it. But I think the real breakthrough will come when the large private sector banks jump into the fray, hopefully through the support of priority sector lending. I think this is the one area where maybe a risk capital which helps us bring better rates of interest to the this category of customer who needs it the most would be the most useful to then provide us the next level of growth in electrification.
Got it. Help our viewers understand what would be Suman Mishra's vision for the company going forward. We have seen like there have been targets till 2023, 2030 you need 50%, 80% electrification, even talks of that. So what is your vision for the industry, and also like can you give us some targets that you might have for, like as your vision?
So I think the heart of it is Mahindra Last Mile Mobility's purpose is to electrify the last mile of India. I want to just lay it out there. That is the purpose. So we are not anywhere close to that goalpost, but from a numbers perspective, I do expect at least 50% electrification in the next 4-5 years. From the current 22%, it should reach about 50% in the next few years. And we want to be a dominant player and a significant player in that space as well. The second aspiration is to set up export markets. I think that is an important one because India is the largest exporter of three-wheelers and we want to set up the export market. And finally, I think one more aspiration of mine is to create this electrification journey in the four-wheeler small commercial vehicle space like we have done in the three-wheeler space. I think these would be the three sort of aspirations or milestones, and the more the merrier in terms of numbers, right?
Very clear. Just if you could build on the exports part, what will that entail? How soon and how much? What is the vision in that regard?
We have already started exports in some small volumes to a number of countries. You know, we already sent some to Nepal, some to UK, some maybe to Sri Lanka, etc. Small volumes. So we need to pick one or two markets and really focus on creating products that suit the market and also the supply chain there. So the exports will be a function of what is the localization norm there, what is the tariff condition there, what is the cost of electricity there. So it's a little bit complicated maths. So it's not clear that the same markets that have been for ICE will be the same markets for EV. But I think over a period of time, almost all the markets will switch. So we want to be a key player there in that space when that switch happens. So I think we will pick one or two markets and really double down over the next year and then see where it takes us.
Got it. I was really, thrilled to understand that domestically, big cities are the ones that are sort of lagging in terms of faster adoption, and states like UP and states in Northeast are sort of leading the way. Could you build on that? What are the reasons for that, and how will that large scale shift happen? What will it take?
Yeah, I understand, because it is quite counterintuitive, right? You would think the new technology will be adopted by the metros first,
Correct.
But in fact in this category it's the metros last. Most of this is related to availability of sort of permits, parking, parking and charging solutions, etc. So while a lot of the markets have gone ahead and progressed significantly, the permit markets or markets where you can still readily get non-electric vehicle, you can readily get ICE vehicles, those are the markets that have lagged. So some mix of local regulation to sort of push towards electrification and solutioning at the micro market level to provide the charging infra. This is the two things I think we have to do to push the electrification in this category. And it will take some time, but I'm quite optimistic because it has still gone from 0% to 5% now in say Mumbai.
Yeah.
So hopefully it will continue to build up.
Got it. If you could also build on your product strategy, the kind of customer preferences that are moving up, because last year you've been really aggressive with your launches and all the planning that you've done for last 3 years. This is the sort of the culmination. So how aggressive are you going to be in terms of launches, populating the market with newer products, and what are the changing customer preferences like at this point?
So I think customer is like Indian customer in any category, fast evolving, needs more at very attractive price points. I think the demand has been the same for all categories in India. So previously customers used to be very happy with the 80-kilometer product. Now they are saying, minimum 150. Whether the drive or not is a second order problem. They want that 150, 160.
So more aggressive in
they
terms
are
of
all expecting higher performing product at almost the same price points. And so our strategy is evolving towards that. How can you give better and better offerings to the customer, which therefore will drive much better TCO. So that, the core of our strategy is like this: bring better customer centric product, which will give them better economic advantage, and that should be good enough to increase the electrification in the category and create the share. So because we have a wide range of products, therefore we have to innovate in a lot of them. So that's how our strategy has been. This year we launched the Zeo, which is a 4-wheeler electric product. We launched the full trio range in sheet metal, which was one of those latent demands of the customer. We also launched in the e-rickshaw an upgraded battery pack, so it's a e-alpha plus. So we continue to put upgrades, refreshes or new platforms as and when the market needs it.
Got it. Last few questions. Just wanted to understand, subsidies have been coming down. Players across the industry, some of them are also sort of in different categories, looking at the global slowdown, recalibrating their plans. Newer technologies are coming in. How do you see the technology landscape evolving in this segment? And how much of a role has the government, because their subsidy support is coming down, so how much of a self-reliance at a company level do you need to sort of continue in a subsidy-less era?
So I think it has been quite clear, the government strategy has been quite clear that we will support until it reaches the inflection point, and then OEMs should have the scale to build in the cost economics. So I think we have all been working towards that, understanding that after maybe the next 18 months or so, there will not be any more subsidy. So we are all aware of it. We are all working towards that situation, and I think that is the right way, right? The subsidy has already come down significantly over the years, and we know that there is one more big cut coming in April. After that, it goes to zero. So we are ready for it. I think the financing, if we can get priority sector lending, will ease a lot of the pressure, because a customer can pay for the higher upfront cost if he gets better financing. So then it will not be so tight. Today, that is the problem. The down payment is the problem. So if they can, if we can solve for availability of financing while bringing better products and better value proposition, I think it's fine. Scale economics, as you know, drives a lot of the cost efficiencies of any company. Correct. And as you reach scale, all these things start kicking in.
And we are at that point in this segment, do you think, that where subsidies get sort of wane away and you can...
I think the plan is that in FY26, the subsidy is getting cut to 25,000. Which is 5,000 rupees per kilowatt hour, and after that there is no more. So I think we are working with that plan, and let's see, hopefully we'll all reach the critical mass that is needed to get it completely subsidy free.
Cost of acquisition is still another factor which is keeping a lot of potential customers away, and obviously subsidies going down is not helping. So how do you see that price parity come in? What will it take? How soon can that happen?
Yeah, like I said, it's about the down payment, right? They don't pay for the full vehicle, they pay for the down payment. We have to make financing more affordable. That is the only thing that will help, because fundamentally it will take a long time for the exact cost to be the same. It is going to be a more expensive technology for at least the next few years. So while scale economics will help to some degree, better financing will definitely also help in reaching that goalpost. There are multiple levers we have to all play to get to that goalpost.
But is that one of the biggest reasons that's keeping people away from switching at a much faster rate?
But I think the category has grown the fastest. That's what I like to say. It's like, it has gone from 4 to 17 to, 14 to 17 to 22
now,
now, and the year is still to be over. So it's growing very fast, and for such a large technology shift, we should anticipate that it takes a few years to get the comfort around the technology and put the ecosystem in place to get the output.
If you could leave us with the kind of expectations that you have for the year end, festive season has just ended. How do you see the rest of the year to perform, and your plans for the next forthcoming years?
As you know, we don't really share our numbers, but we had a fantastic festive season. I think we recorded our ever highest sales in almost all categories. So we are really thrilled with the market response to our products, and we expect that momentum to continue, because now the products have a good degree of acceptance in the market, and we expect our customers to bring more customers and continue the growth momentum.
Super. Onwards and upwards. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Look forward to interacting with you. More milestones ahead. We'll see you very soon because I know that next 2 lakh milestone is not that far.
Thank you so much.